What's up, YouTube? I'm here on NQ. Today is April 23rd, and I feel like my bias today is overall neutral. We are at all-time highs, but we have some nice liquidity to the downside. We have some very nice trendline liquidity on the 15-minute right here. And last night we had this big V shape right over here. I believe, yeah, it was like around 7 p.m. And if you look on the 5-minute, it formed a very nice wick right here. And I'm not sure if this movement was fueled by news or not, but usually these long wicks get taken out. So this is definitely a nice strong liquidity. So yeah, we definitely have some nice draws on liquidity to the downside, but we still are at all-time highs. So I'm only going to take a short if it looks picture perfect. And we have these two other wicks to the downside on the 1 minute, so I have a feeling we're gonna have a bearish open today, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so our open was a little bearish. As you can see, the actual 830 candle itself went down and formed this nice wick right here. But before market open, we were inside of this range right here, and it's looking like price is still going to be trading inside this range, but I do expect it to sweep one side and then go back to the other, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so price is starting to rally up a little bit. We had an entry right here on the 1 minute, but it would have been break even right here for a long. But I expected us to sweep a lot more liquidity before we went back up. Also because we have a 15-minute protected high up here. This high right here swept out this other high inside of a fair value gap. So I expect price not to hit this high up here and probably go down. Okay, so price just pushed up a little bit and we got this nice V-shape short right here to the downside. But we got too close to all-time highs, I feel like, and yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable shorting this close to all-time highs. But the setup did look pretty good. It was a nice V-shape, and obviously we have some pretty good liquidity to target. There was also a nice reversal candle right here with this doji, and yeah, everything about the setup looked good except we're at all-time highs. Okay, so right here, this 1 minute is actually working out quite nicely. It wouldn't have stopped you out. And we got another entry on this 5 minute right beneath it on this 5 minute gap right here. This was a pretty nice entry, and it's looking like price is going to go down and sweep all this liquidity. This is that 830 wick right here. But since we're at all-time highs, we're probably going to have a hard time getting there. Price might be a little choppy. And yeah, price was delivering out of this 15-minute bearish gap up here. And yeah, this 15-minute candle closed quite nicely with that big wick right there. And yeah, I didn't take any of this. I just forward tested it because I don't really like shorting at all-time highs. Okay, so price has just been chopping up, but we got this nice little rally right here into this 5 minute bearish gap, and we had a pretty nice reaction out of it. We're about to inverse these 1 minute bearish gaps right here with some nice trendline liquidity below. Right here, it's not the best trendline liquidity, but we still have that 830 wick right there. But yeah, price is just looking a little too choppy to trade right now. And this trade right here should at least be a break even. We had some decent momentum going through it. But nothing's really telling us that we're going to run this 15-minute trendline liquidity right here until price inverses these 5-minute gaps right here, I would say. And in terms of longs, we had this protected high right here, but price swept that out and also swept out this liquidity up here. So if we took a long, we would just be targeting a high that took out a few other highs, so that's not good. And yeah, overall conditions right now just look kind of trash. But I'm still gonna stick around to see if these 5 minute gaps down here inverse. Okay, so I'm here at the end of my session and I'm gonna be done for the day. And it's a good thing to know that when we're at all-time highs and we have some nice liquidity to the downside, price just has a hard time getting there and tends to chop up. But I already know this trendline liquidity right here still is gonna be ran, and I'm still gonna leave this 830 wick marked up right here. But yeah, it's gonna be it for me today. No trades again. I believe that is 3 days in a row with no trades, but it's all good. Trading is all about patience. But yeah, it's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.